Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. We're going to be doing an updated shop my stash. So we're going through my entire makeup bag that I keep for like using pretty much every single day, and we're going to be revamping it for the month of March. If you guys are new here, my name is Stacy. I feature unfiltered makeup opinions. I do honest reviews, tutorials. I have the unfiltered series. Go check that out after this video. Let's get into building my shop my stash for March 2025. Welcome to my makeup bag, my stash of makeup. I'm gonna take a drink of coffee real quick. This is the series on my channel that I started here in 2025. I do have a January shop my stash so you can see what is in my makeup bag. But I know some things have made it back into my makeup bag because I featured them in a video. So we're going to go through my makeup bag today. I'm going to give you guys updates on some of the products that I tried, how the usage is going, because I want to track that as well. And then we're going to revamp my makeup bag, add in new product, take out old products, and work on what's in the makeup bag. Okay, so I'm just going to start by taking out all of the product and just like kind of setting it up like this so we can see what is in here. Now I do have some like BYOP stuff. I have, eye stuff. Like there's a lot of stuff in here. Yeah, we have so much stuff. So we're just going to take this out real quick. I didn't even know this was in here. All right, so this is what is in my makeup bag. There's a lot. First, let's just pick out the things that I know that are going to stay. Like these are my hair pieces that I use to like pin back my hair. These are obviously going to stay. This is a Essence like pencil sharpener, and honestly, it's probably one of the least expensive kinds that I've ever found, and it does such a good job. It has like a hole for a small side and a big side, and I think it retails for like $2. It's really good. So we're going to keep that in there, obviously. Let's start off with my skincare. Skincare, I had the Glow Recipe Niacinamide Dewdrops that I was using, and I also had the Hyaluronic Pearl Serum. I got these actually both when I was in Las Vegas for Creators and Friends, but it has stayed in my makeup bag all through January, and I want to show you guys like the progress. I know it's laying down flat, but I have used about over half of this, and there is a lot that has been used. I'm actually looking forward to completing this because once I do, I have other hyaluronic serums that I'm going to be putting in my makeup bag, but this is going to stay. I really do enjoy it. It has these pearls in it. I don't know what the pearls are supposed to do, but I do enjoy it. It's a hyaluronic serum, so it does plump my skin. It moisturizes my skin. And then the Glow Recipe Niacinamide Dewdrops. I've used this a lot for a lot of skin prep before makeup, and I've used quite a bit of this as well. It's really hard to tell how much I've used, but I know I use this almost every single time I put on my makeup. So these are both going to stay in my makeup bag because, like, why not? They are really, really good. Now for primer, I had two primers in my makeup bag. One was the Aqua Splash Grip Primer, and the other one was the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. We're going to keep these in just because I want to finish them off. The Aqua Splash Grip Primer is from Catrice, and this is a lot like the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, but it does have hyaluronic acid in it and niacinamide, and it's really hydrating, and I love this primer. I actually have used so much of it. I think I'm down to like here. Like if you actually like were to squeeze everything down, like I don't have a lot left. Like it's a struggle getting this out of the tube. In this one, I don't have a lot left of this one either. Like you guys can see, there's a lot of use right here. And I don't have a lot left of this one either. So we're going to keep this one in. One is a hydrating primer that's like grippy. The other one is a primer that's like silicone based. All right, now let's move on to the foundation. So I actually had the L'Oreal Lumi Le Glow tint. Did not like that. I actually did quite a few videos with it, and a lot of people were calling out that it looked yellow on my skin. So I decided to declutter that one. I actually returned it because it just did not work at all. I did not like it. It over accentuated everything, but I still have the Revlon Age Defying 3X foundation. This is one of my favorite foundations. I'm actually going to do a little half pump on the back here. It's been rumored that it might be discontinued, and I'm really hoping not because this is a very serum-like medium to full coverage foundation, but it looks and feels like your skin. And it has been one that I've repurchased over and over again. Like, look what it just does to my skin. Like, it just looks so beautiful on my skin but better. It's honestly a beautiful foundation. I think I'm actually going to keep this one in. I have one more that I'm going to add in as well, but I love this one because it is very like hydrating. It does include an SPF of 20 in it, and it is age defying. Like I feel like I look so much younger with this on, and it's such a good formula. Okay, I had some concealers that snuck their way back into my bag. So the Maybelline Fit Me concealer snuck its way back into my bag. Look how much has been used. And it just tells me that I absolutely love this concealer. I also have been using the Catrice True Skin. This was one that I initially put in my bag just to use. And then I also have the LYS Triple Fix Concealer. But honestly, I know I'm going to keep the Fit Me because this one made its way back into my bag. And I ended up using it a lot. Look how much has been used on this concealer. A lot. A lot has been used on this concealer. And then do I want to keep... The True Skin is more my skin tone, just like the Maybelline Fit Me. And this one, the LYS one, is actually more of a brightening type of shade. It's very, very brightening on me. Like it's definitely a little bit too light, but I love how thin in consistency this is, and I love using it to brighten my under eyes. It's just so good. And I think I'm going to throw in the LYS concealer because look, it just brightens really, really nicely and it doesn't settle into anything funny. And I think I'm going to take out the Catrice True Skin for now. I just found I wasn't using this as much as what I thought I was going to, even though the serum, like consistency, I love it. And I love the way that it's like hydrating and it feels serumy. I just wasn't looking for that kind of consistency. Like the color just wasn't it for me. I think I'm going to take this one out. We're going to set it to the side. These are the two powders that I had in my bag. We have the Huda Beauty. This is the Easy Bake Setting Powder. I still feel like I haven't used enough of this to give it a justifiable, like, let's end using it. But I'm going to keep this one in. I do like how finely milled this is. I absolutely love that it has like this mesh applicator to it. So like it doesn't really get like all over. I love baking with this. I love just doing like a fine dusting on my face. The shade that I have is Cupcake. I swear I use this all the time and I've barely made a dent in this powder. Like what's going on with that? Like there's so much in there. And then here's the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. This one I use quite a bit too. And the pan is getting bigger. I'll see if I can find footage to do a side-by-side for you guys so you guys can see like how much I have used of this one. But I am keeping this one in as well. And I love this brightening powder so much. I mean, the packaging is broken, but I love it. We have some beauty blenders from Singe Beauty. These are going to stay. These actually go more just like on my vanity. Okay, we have blushes. Three? I thought I had more than three. I do. I have four blushes. Four blushes. Somehow, okay, yeah, this is Timid Tomato. So I have Timid Tomato from Singe Beauty. This is their Silk Evocative blush. I have an LYS cream blush. I have the this is Revolution. Makeup Revolution Pink Party. This is their Beam Bright blush. And then I also have the Buttermelt blush from NYX. And this is the like lilac-y one called My Butta Half. So let's talk about this one first. Barely used it. I did not use this blush that much. I don't know. I wasn't in the mood for a lilac blush. I wasn't. And usually I like cool toned lilac blushes. I want to say the only time I used it was when I paired it with this palette a couple of times because it's more cool toned. We are getting out of Valentine's Day, so I'm not really into like that cool toned pinky blush. I think I'm going to take this one out. Now I did use this one a lot. I used this one so much over the past month because it is just like very luminescent and beam up bright and it's so beautiful on the skin. Like I use this one more than I used my Singe Beauty one and I love this blush. I think it's so good. It looks flawless on the skin and it's just like a blush lighter highlighter in one and I really enjoyed it. I am wanting to like rotate through my blushes, but I feel like this one deserves like another round in my Shop My Stash bag just because of the color. It's so beautiful. It's bright and it's poppy. And I think I'm going to keep this one in just because I'm in love with it. And we have the Timid Tomato shade from Singe Beauty. I do love this one too. This one is more of that brick red shade, and it has a very, very satin blush. So it looks matte in the pan, but it actually, when you put it on the skin, it's like super satiny. So it has a little bit of a glow to it, and the shade is just so stunning. It's like this brick red. I love this one. I'm actually going to keep it in because I feel like with St. Patrick's Day coming up and this like burnt red, I think it's going to look good with the green shadows that I'm thinking of pulling into my Shop My Stash for this rotation. So we're going to keep this blush is going to stay. So I have two blushes. I did also keep in this one. It's the LYS Higher Standards Cream Blush. The shade is Focused, and this one's also like a red shade, and look how pigmented and pretty that is. Like these blend out like butter. They are super pigmented. I love to place this first and then put Timid Tomato over the top. I actually found that I didn't use this one that much over January. I think I'm going to keep it in as well because I feel like it didn't get any love. I feel like it kind of just got lost in my bag, and now I only have 3 blushes to focus on. 2 of them that I love, and I really am going to make an effort to use this one a lot more. All right, now we have the bronzer and the highlight. I just used the Holiday Skin, and this got so much love. Oh my goodness, from Catrice, this bronzer side, it got a lot of love. I like that it's cool toned. I like that it's a very matte formula. It doesn't have any luminescence in it at all, which I just love. And honestly, the formula is just so beautiful. It blends out so nicely. I wish I had a brush, but it is honestly a really great tone for me, and I used it quite a bit in this Shop My Stash rotation. Like, it has a divot in it. I actually want to keep this in so that I'm able to just continue using it and also incorporate the highlight into this. Now, I do have another highlight. Uh, it is the Sigma highlight in the shade Sizzle. This one's more of like a pink undertone, and this one is more like a gold. So that's the two. They're really similar, but I actually love the Sigma one. Look how much more smooth that is. I really love this highlight. I'm actually going to keep this one in too. And I mean, we'll keep the Holiday Skin in because I found I wasn't really dipping into the highlight from this. I was actually dipping into the bronzer so much. I feel like I'm not really adding a lot of things in, or I'm not really taking a lot of things out right now. I've only taken 2 things out. These stay in. These are just the Sigma eyeshadow base primers in Ignite. I don't know which one I started using first, so I just keep them both in. If I find one, I use it. I mean, they both have a lot of love and wear, so there is no love lost with these at all. Now, let's talk about lip liners, because like this is the death of me. This is going to be the death of me is lip liners. I found my Anywhere Caffeine. I love, 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 love this shade so, so much. It's like a mix between a brown and a mauve pink, and I love this one. And I also found my Huda Faux Filter lip liner, not lip liner. I found my Huda Faux Filter lip gloss. I love the combination of Anywhere Caffeine with this. These are going in my bag because it's like an orangey, it's just such a pretty lip combination. Definitely keeping those. Now, I did use this Huda Beauty liner a lot. As you can see, it's a little bit darker than Anywhere Caffeine. It is in the shade like warm brown or something. Yes, warm brown. It's technically a lip contour from Huda, but I absolutely just love this shade, and I love how dark it is. And I also have this shade, which is the Soft and Precise Lip Pencil from Essence, and the shade My Choice is the shade. This is actually a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in Pillow Talk. I like this one too. I actually use this quite a bit. I was thinking I was going to get rid of lip liners. I guess we're keeping those. So these are the lip liners. I mean, I used all 3 of them last month. And for eyeliner, I have this white one. It's a cream gel liner from Colourpop. I love placing this in my waterline, and it just really brightens up the waterline, and it honestly has a really good staying power, not powder. It has a really good staying power. It looks really nice, and it brightens up my eyes quite a bit, and I actually have used this quite a bit over the past month. Oh, look, we have another lip thing. Oh, yes. So I used these 2 so much in the month of January. Oh my goodness. Like, with all the lip liners that I had, these were the things that I used the most. I actually used the Teddy Tint from Maybelline quite a bit as well. Like I used all of these so much in this month. Oh my goodness. Like I can't believe how much I use them. I am going to take the Teddy Tint out. This is the July Forever one. I'm going to take that out for now. It's going to rest in like my drawers and my vanity, not in my everyday makeup bag. I'm keeping these two in because I absolutely just loved these with the lip liners. And I found that that is literally all I was wearing with the lip liners. So I'm going to be keeping in the Faux filter. We have the Extreme Shine and we have the Milani. This is the Fruit Fetish lip oil. These are like my go-tos right now. Literally. These are my go-tos. And I'm going to put those in. And I also use the Glass and Glow lip oil quite a bit too. Like, oh my gosh, I use this so much. I actually used it a lot with the Teddy Tint in Pinky Promise, which is like a pink shade, and I absolutely loved it. It was like this beautiful bright Barbie pink. I really like this lip oil. I can put it on at any time, and it just gives them a little juicy look and feel to it. And it's such a pretty pink color. I actually think I'm going to throw this in my purse because this is something I could see myself using more like on an everyday basis where I'm just like throwing it on whenever. But honestly, this is such a good lip tint. I'm going to take it out of my everyday makeup bag. I think it's going in my purse though. And then we also have this lip product. This is the Huda. This is the lipstick in the shade Hustla, and it's a brown shade. I didn't use this like at all. It's going to come out. I was not using lipsticks a lot, like bullet lipsticks. I was not using them a lot. I feel like probably because lipsticks tend to dry out my lips. That's why. Did I use this Tartelette XL tubing mascara? You bet I did not. You bet I did not. Even though it's a mini. The one mascara I could not put down is the the Paradise Big Deal mascara from L'Oreal. I'm in love with this mascara. It's staying in my makeup bag, and this has quickly become a favorite of mine. It is so good. It lengthens, it separates. I don't get a lot of clumping at all because of the way that the wand is formulated. It's such a good mascara. I can't believe I'm saying that about a Paradise mascara because I don't like the original, but I love this one. There is not a lot left of this. This is the Lasting Fix from Maybelline. I really think it is a dupe for the MAC Fix Plus, and it is so good. I'm actually keeping this in because it is a really good. It's so good. Now we have this eyeshadow stick. It is from L'Oreal. I absolutely love this because you can do a one and done look with it. You can throw a brown in the crease, or you can do like this as an inner corner highlight. I use this quite a bit. It just kind of stays in my makeup bag. I love it. It's the List Shadow stick. And what is the shade? Twinkly Rose or something, but it's this beautiful like champagne shade. Honestly, it's such an everyday useful stick. I love it. I'm keeping it in. Now we have a whole bunch of brow products that, how much use did I get out of the Kosas one? This one is actually my go-to. It's a sample of the Kosas Air Brow. It's a clear brow gel, and this just like sticks my brows down like no tomorrow. It is so good. This is a sample size of the Gimme Brow, and I am almost done with this because it's such a small sample size. We're going to keep this in, and then this is old, so I did want to keep this in as well. I actually wore this one quite a bit as well. It's the Sephora Brow Volumizing Fiber Mascara, and I actually like it because it's a dark brown shade and it really matches my eyebrows very well. This gel liner made it into my bag. I don't remember putting it in. It's super dark though. I haven't really been into wearing I haven't been into wearing a lot of eyeliners lately just because like I love the white under eyeliner. I don't really wear a lot on the lid, so I'm going to make a goal for myself to use one on the top because this is like it's almost like a blackish brown. It's actually really pretty. I could see this really pairing nicely with some of the eyeshadows that I have. Even look how pretty it is next to that cream shadow. That's gorgeous. Now, I did add in the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Primer. Yeah, forgot this was in there. And this is it's like a second, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like this weird hybrid product. It's a sample size. I don't have a lot of it left. Let's see how much we get out of it within the next month. These are the eyeshadows that I used for the month of February. We have here my BYOP Valentine's palette. Oh my goodness, I'm obsessed with this eyeshadow palette. I love how I built this. I love how it looks on the eyes. I'm actually thinking of revamping it so that it looks more like the new Natasha Denona Bloom palette by keeping some things in, switching out some of the purple shades for more peachy tones. But overall, honestly, love this palette. I got so many beautiful looks out of it that were pink, that were like dimensional, that were purple. Like I just love this. So I am actually going to revamp this one to the Bloom palette from Natasha Denona. This one I am keeping because Mocha Mousse is the theme of 2024. I found myself using a lot of this shade right here, which is called Bewitch from Electrum Cosmetics. Used it so much. I used a lot of this shade as well. And I found myself dipping into this quite a bit over the last month. And this one is going to be a continual, it stays in my makeup bag until the end of the year because it's Mocha Mousse. It's themed after this year and this color Pantone. Oh, I love this palette. And then we have Galactic Visitor. This is from Cinch Beauty. It was actually released on Black Friday in 2024, and I didn't receive it until December, so it was put into my January Shop My Stash. This palette is so good. And I like that it has these warmer tones here because you could literally go across and make a really beautiful makeup look with some of these. Like it's such a beautifully curated palette. I really think Angie did such a beautiful job with this. I like that it has half of it is warm, half of it is like these blues. It has some really unique shades in here. One of my favorites is this shade Milky Way. And I also love this shade as well. Like it's an iridescent, like Angie did such a beautiful job with these. I really think it's such a beautiful palette. I feel like I didn't get to play with it as much as I normally would. I got some other palettes that were in and I have some reviews up of that. I haven't done a full length review of Galactic Visitor yet, so if you want to see a full length review, leave me a comment down below. Make sure you're subscribed if I do post that. But this is such a good palette. I am going to take it out though because I have other palettes. I have other palettes that I want to include. I love it. I think it's beautiful. The formula is amazing. And it is still available right now, actually, on Singe Beauty. It's really, really good. So this is what I have in my makeup bag so far. Like I said, I'm going to be revamping this palette, so I'm just going to set it to the side for now. And stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe so you can see me create a palette with my single shadows to reflect kind of like the Bloom palette. This is all the makeup that I took out so far. Really not a lot, honestly, but what I really want to add in is some eyeshadow palettes that are green for St. Patrick's Day. So let's do that. We have here the Ensley Rain Flutter palettes. Now, gosh, guys, I love this palette so much. I actually love the multi-chromes and like the mattes in here. But I was thinking like if I want to create some minty green eyeshadow looks, this would be great for St. Patrick's Day because it offers more than just minty greens. It has some purples in here. And we will be going into spring at the end of March. So I want something that is going to reflect that as well. So we're going to put in the Flutter palette. I also think it'll pair nicely with the Mocha Mousse that I have because I have some brown shades in here and it'll look really nice with some of these like multi-chrome shades. Like their multi-chrome formula is so good. I actually have the Cold Moon palette and I love that one as well. So we're going to put that one in. Now there is another palette that I want to add into my Shop My Stash, and this is the Natasha Denona. It's the Retro palette, Retro Glam palette. And I wanted to add this one in because it does have those mint greens in there, more of those mint greens. It has some of the pinks. The one reason why I wanted to add this in was because of a lot of the green shades as well. And I think this one is going to pair nicely with my Mocha Mousse as well because it has more of those, like if I want to do brown with a green lid, if I want to do like a little bit of sparkle with some green, I can do that. This is more of that old formula, so it is more of like a metallic than anything. And it does have these beautiful mint shades in here as well. I am excited to play with this palette in the month of March. And I mean, look at how this palette is going to pair with the Flutter palette. Like those were they made for each other or were they made for each other? Like they were made for each other. And it's going to be so freaking beautiful. I'm so excited. All right, and then I'm also adding in another foundation, which it is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Impeccable Matte Foundation. I did a whole foundation review on this foundation, and it is up on my channel. I will try linking it for you guys. I feel like I need to do a little bit more of wear time with this, see if I'm going to keep it in my permanent collection or if it's going to go back to the store, because as of right now, I'm kind of on the fence about this foundation. I found that it kind of oxidizes over time, so it looked darker on my skin than what it normally, like when it applied, and I didn't really like that. And I also noticed that it was clinging to my nose real funny, but then I realized I'd been blowing my nose a lot, and it was causing a lot of dryness around my nose, so I did not want to return this without getting a proper review of it after I have exfoliated a couple of times and my skin is doing a lot better. I don't have a cold anymore, so we are going to throw this one in my bag as well. This one is more matte. It's a blurring second skin foundation, and it is super, like you can see, it's definitely more heavy. It's not as serum-like as what it's not as serum-like as what the Revlon foundation is. And you can see it is a little bit light for me on my hand, but on my face, it really looks nice. But you can see it, I mean, it's a pretty good shade match, so I didn't have any problems with that. It's in the shade 1CR, which is a cool rose undertone. So I am a pink undertone. I mean, it's a great shade match for me. I just want to give it a little bit more of a wear test this month, in the month of March. So this is what's going to be in my everyday makeup bag for the month of March. I'm really excited about the green. Like, these are just going to be so fun to play with. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm actually really excited to play with these. These are going to be my main focus for the month of March. So whenever you see an unfiltered makeup opinions video where I sit down and I voice my unfiltered opinions about things going on in the makeup space, this is what I'm going to be using. Everything out of this makeup bag is what I'm going to be using when I do my get readies with me, when I do my unfiltered opinions. If you see me wearing makeup that I am like, you know, I have my face on before I'm wearing the makeup, that's what I'm wearing, is stuff in this bag right here. So thank you guys so much for watching and staying tuned. Make sure you subscribe so you can see looks with these palettes, and I hope I get to see you in my next video. Bye!